And it all starts with this book and my experience at Hofstra. I started understanding, like I mentioned earlier, there is a lack of vocabulary around diversity in Italy. So a lot of the things that I knew that existed, but I could not find a word for it or for those things, I was able to do that and explore more through journalism and civic engagement. So during my senior year of college, so before COVID, I got an offer from Georgetown University.
Press, right? Or no?
Not press. It was it was a smaller independent publication house, but it was through the Georgetown University in DC. And I got an offer to write a book because apparently my blog had made far beyond the college campus. I had at the time more than, I forgot exactly how many, but hundreds of readers, and apparently someone found my story interesting, and at the time I was journaling and basically publishing my assignments and my homework on a blog. So interviews, people that I would interview in the fashion industry, in the arts, my takes on race, diversity, and all these differences that I was finding.
Right, and even now with sustainability and health and people, the well-being and stuff that is now in your branding on your website and all of that. But
and so I started with that blog. It actually became a book, and I compiled lots of the stories that I was going through in 4 years, throughout these 4 years at Hofstra University, and that's actually what you find here. And the name Fashion on the Beat comes from the fact that I had also a passion for music and rap, and as an ad lib, I started joking around. There were lots of artists and rappers that always would end their name and their ad lib starting with their name and then put the beat on the beat, and that's what I actually put it. It's very funny, but
and it's interesting too. You have the online magazine, and there's so many great things there, and you have the section. Of course, there's your takes. There's all the writers. You have the garden, which is where people kind of talk about wonderful things. Health and sustainability, pregnancy, this, that, the other thing, eating well, and then you have also the beat of the week, and that usually seems like that's a lot about music. I think so. There's so much. So when did you go okay, I have this book now, and at some point you become an adjunct professor and you create these wonderful courses, which I hope I could. You have. It's called Fashion, Media, and Africana Experience. You had at course 1, and then you developed course 2, right? So now we have maybe 6 minutes to do all these things. You do this, you create a platform so people can really write and build up their portfolios so that people can really follow them, and maybe you got that book offer, they'll get book offers or magazines. So how did you, when did you know it was your mission to sort of give people a place for their voice to be heard? And also, how did you, I'm just going to put the two questions together because now you got about 5 minutes. You developed the course that you teach, and somehow we got to do it in 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
So because of my mission, right? My editorial mission, my mission in life is representing the underrepresented. And it all started, with this book, but I'll be honest with you, I'm as proud I am of this work, editorial work, I didn't feel satisfied with it at all, because it was about me. And I didn't want necessarily
the focus to be just on you?
The focus to be on me. I wanted my work, especially, I still consider myself a young person. I'm only 27 years old as of today. And I felt that as proud again as I was, I felt that it was a bit pretentious to, well, I just summed up 4 years of my life that were pivotal and definitely made the person that I am today. But in 4 years, I will be a totally different person. And case in point, yes, a lot has been happening. And I started representing more underrepresented communities by actually putting out my offering, which is a platform, a digital platform. And I used the website that was promoting the book into first a blog that, again, it was a blog of mine that I was using to get actually into grad school and publish my own work. Mm-hmm. But then a lot of more younger writers, they admired me so much and they looked up to me and they wanted to contribute. And I said, well, why not make this into a collective work and mm-hmm. share the website to more and more authors? And fast forward to 2021, I decided to make it an official incorporated company.
Yes, wonderful.
And trademark Fashion on the Beat, and it became the magazine that everybody knows now. And we have now a staff of almost, it fluctuates depending on how many contributors we have seasonally, but between 10 and 15 writers.
And there are amazing articles to read and stories and takes on every aspect of life and health and healing and being a person. There's one article about being pregnant as a person of color and different things. There's just so many things to look at and experience and learn about what's going on for other people in other cultures, you know, so it's
And
great.
It started with fashion, but clearly, like you mentioned, we have also any intersectional takes and agent industries and sectors mm-hmm. that touch fashion. So music, art, design, health, so holism, entrepreneurship, anything related.
And sustainability of yourself and of the planet, and sustainability with fashion and everything else. And I want to ask, because we probably got like a minute and a half, how did you construct the courses that you teach as a professor? How did you figure out what you were going to offer them in the class?
Yeah, so everything that I do with Fashion on the Beat, I basically repurpose in a more academic way, clearly, that is tailored also to the age and the nature of the classes. So far I have been teaching undergraduate courses mm-hmm. at Lehman College, and I usually propose them 3 books that are all part of the Africana diaspora. Authors like Edward Anningful, Elaine Welderoth, Aurora James, all autobiographies of Black African American or anyone from the diaspora, the Africana mm-hmm. diaspora, who had a story in the fashion industry, mainly fashion writers, but also entrepreneurs, mm-hmm.
who
have to offer through their experience some learnings and some life lessons. And
so
that's what we do.
Encourages them and inspires them.
Yeah, everything in the name of clearly journalism, but also exploring journalism through the lens of fashion. And through fashion, you can also understand diversity, race, equity, and all of this.
And everybody, that's kind of an international language, fashion. I mean, it really is. So thank you so much. I can't believe we're out of time. There's so much more we could talk about. Thank you. You'll have to come back again. I really appreciate you being here. Yay, thanks so much.